At its heart, this book presents a foundational truth for the digital world: a good website should not force its visitors to think unnecessarily. The online experience is not one of deep study but of instinctive action. People arrive with a goal, and they want to achieve it with the least amount of mental effort. They don't read pages, they scan them. They don't ponder over navigation, they click on the first link that seems vaguely promising. Understanding this behavior is the first step to creating effective digital spaces. The goal is not to impress with complexity but to serve with simplicity, making every interaction so obvious that using the site feels effortless. People approach websites much like they approach a new gadget. They prefer to poke and play rather than read an instruction manual. This behavior, known as satisficing, means users will grab the first reasonable solution rather than seek out the optimal one. On the web, where the penalty for a wrong click is minimal, this tendency is amplified. A successful design, therefore, must cater to this rapid, scanning behavior. Information must be presented in clear visual hierarchies, with ample use of headings, bold keywords, and concise blocks of text. The design should act like a billboard for a speeding driver, communicating its core message in an instant, not like a detailed brochure meant for leisurely perusal. Navigation is the backbone of this intuitive experience. Since a website has no physical dimensions, clear signposts are essential to prevent users from feeling lost. Effective navigation provides confidence, answering key questions like "Where am I?" and "What can I do here?" Key elements include a persistent navigation bar for main sections, a linked logo to return home, a prominent search function, and clear indicators of the user's current location. These elements work together to create a sense of place and trust, assuring visitors that they are in capable hands. A powerful tool for achieving this clarity is the intelligent use of conventions. While the urge to be unique is strong, reinventing standard elements like shopping carts or tab layouts often creates confusion. Conventions are shortcuts built on collective experience. They tap into what users already know. Placing the main navigation across the top of the page or underlining linked text are not limitations on creativity but foundations of usability. They free users from having to learn a new interface, allowing them to focus on their actual task. Innovation should be reserved for areas where it truly enhances the experience, not where it merely obscures a familiar path. The home page carries a unique burden as the site's front door. It must instantly convey the site's purpose and value while balancing the demands of various stakeholders. Its most critical job is to make a positive and accurate first impression, as initial judgments are stubborn and color subsequent interactions. A well-crafted tagline next to the logo is one of the most effective tools for this, succinctly stating the site's benefit. The homepage must also provide clear starting points for common tasks and establish the site's credibility, all without becoming a cluttered dumping ground for every internal priority. The only reliable way to know if a design succeeds is to test it with real users. Relying on the opinions of colleagues, stakeholders, or even your own judgment is insufficient, as everyone involved is too close to the project. They know how the site is supposed to work. Real users do not. The key is to observe people as they attempt to complete realistic tasks. This process is not about conducting elaborate, expensive studies. Vast improvements can be made through simple, frequent testing with just a handful of representative users. The goal is to identify the points where people hesitate, click the wrong thing, or become frustrated, the moments where they are forced to think. Watching these testing sessions is a humbling and enlightening experience. Designers and developers will witness failures they never anticipated, revealing the gap between their intentions and the user's reality. The insights gained are not statistical but qualitative, highlighting specific problems that can be fixed. This iterative cycle of design, test, and refine is what ultimately transforms a good website into a great one. It shifts the focus from debates about personal preference to evidence about user behavior. Finally, in today's world, this philosophy must extend to mobile experiences. The core principles remain the same: clarity, speed, and ease of use, but are applied within tighter constraints. Mobile design demands ruthless prioritization of content and features, ensuring that the most important actions are immediately accessible and that pages load quickly. A mobile-friendly site is no longer an optional feature but a fundamental requirement for reaching and serving users wherever they are. Ultimately, creating a successful website is an act of empathy. It requires setting aside assumptions and seeing the interface through the eyes of a newcomer. By championing simplicity, embracing conventions, and grounding decisions in real user testing, we can build digital environments that feel natural, trustworthy, and empowering. The best website is not the one with the most features, but the one that allows its visitors to accomplish their goals with the greatest of ease.